Ferngully is dope.
And has the same message, so you still get the good message.
Like, do you know how many kids growing up
I'm sorry.
that didn't expect to be attracted to a toxic ooze monster? Welcome back to Watson&James Don't Play. My name is James.
I'm still Watson.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on Super Nintendo. Rita Repulsa's come to kill everyone?
That's her whole deal, yeah.
Like, that's,
much,
that's the goal, right?
What does she want to do? Enslave the world somehow?
Something, I don't know.
Basically rule the world through blah, 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 putty people and magic.
Yeah, I was just assumed that she wanted to kill everyone. I mean, the entire city's on fire. The entirety of Angel Grove's going down. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know of course.
All right, what's going on with my man Billy?
Billy, he's...
What is the haircut, glasses combo? Why is this like...
He's got kind of a Dr. Octopus thing going, doesn't he?
It's like Doc Ock from like a Game Boy Advance Spider-Man game, you know? Like,
Billy,
I don't know what's up with that?
They did you dirty on the show, and I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, in real life, they did you real dirty.
Trini, rest in peace. That's a horrible thing to happen to you. I'm sorry about that. That was a bad car accident back in 2000, 22 years ago.
Yeah.
It was whenever the actress for Trini passed away. Kimberly's
all right. I think she's doing all right.
Kimberly, I love you, Kimberly.
All right. All right. Move on. Zach. Oh, I don't know what they're doing to you, man. What is
his
that
whole thing?
face?
His whole thing was dance fighting. Right?
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this character right here on the screen. What is that face? He looks like a burn victim.
Jason's the coolest. So sorry about that, Zach.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
For a lot of these characters, they clearly had a favorite.
For like reasons that aren't very cool at all.
No, not good reasons. Anyway.
Look at my jump.
That is...
Hi-yah! Hi-yah!
What are you, auditioning to be Robin? What is happening?
Get in here. He's like, I'll stab him.
How do these guys all have knives and they can't beat you?
Right? One punch to the face, that's all it takes.
They do kind of explode in the show, right? Like, they kind of just fall apart.
So, there was different... Dude, Power Rangers was my shit when I was a kid.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I need someone who's a little more...
You're a bad guy, aren't you?
I think it's a Ninja Turtle in disguise.
All right, nope. They're putties. I just threw that guy, apparently.
Do you remember when
Ow!
Do you remember when the Ninja Turtles would put on, like, trench coats?
I just watched Ninja Turtles the other night, the first movie.
So good.
And Raph's like, I'm going out to see a movie.
It's so good.
That okay with you? Yeah. All right.
Then.
And I'm like, take it easy with the accent.
Get down a notch.
But he puts his fedora and his brown trench coat on.
The fedora, yeah.
And he goes and sees critters.
Hell yeah, he does.
And he goes, where did they come up with this stuff? And then he goes and fights Casey Jones. And he's like, you gotta understand crumpet before you understand cricket.
Dude, how badass was Casey Jones? God, he looked so cool. He had
know,
a hockey
right?
mask and a jean vest thing.
Dude, how the hell do you pronounce the actor's name?
Oh, I don't know.
Elias Koteas?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it. I've never heard anyone say it out loud who's like an authority on the actor.
That seemed good. I'm not gonna lie to you. I bought that, but that's how you say his name. So I'm gonna go with that.
So it's weird, like the famous people that I look up to.
Can we please not talk about Power Rangers at all? Can we only talk about Ninja Turtles while we play this game?
We talked about Ninja Turtles the entire time we played Power Rangers. The only thing I've said so far is, man, Power Rangers are my shit. So anyway, Ninja Turtles.
Also, rest in peace, Trini.
Oh no, we shouldn't laugh. Oh, I'm morphing! I'm morphing! Ah!
It is in fact morphing time.
Oh, I have a knife now.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Like you're kind of just Wolverine now, where it just kind of slings out of you.
So, in a previous episode, I talked about Smash Mouth when I was a kid.
Okay.
And how... do you remember that?
That's not a segue, but all right.
So, I looked for, like, chubby guys in media.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah,
and
you're looking for an avatar of yourself to kind of... Yeah.
And I was a fat kid, so, like, when Smash Mouth came out... I looked up to the Smash Mouth guy because I'm like, hey, a fat kid can do things.
Yeah, that's important. That's very important. That's what they talk about, representation.
Right. It's nice to see yourself in the things that you enjoy. Rock music and kung fu movies were things that I enjoyed.
Oh, I got into the punk rock real early on because there was a bunch of skinny dudes who were really popular with the ladies. I didn't realize at the time that they were skinny because they were on like heroin and stuff. But I was like, hey, I'm not a big jockey guy, and I'm not, a heavyset kid or anything like that. I'm pretty small.
You're just a dude.
But like small dudes can.
I picked up that bench. Holy shit.
Yeah, you killed that bench. Which is pretty raw for Angel Grove. What are the birds are against you too?
Oh, yeah.
All right. I don't know.
Obviously.
Anyway, but yeah, that's the point. The point is it's really kind of interesting, those touchstones that we pick as children, even subconsciously.
So I looked up to Smash Mouth guy because he was chubby. And I looked up to Elias Koteas later in life because, in addition to being a fat kid, I have struggled with male pattern baldness. I just got a raw deal, baby.
That's just the card you're dealt.
And so did Elias Koteas. If that's how you say his name, I really hope it is.
Triple down on it.
Yeah, I'm just going to say that's how you say his name. You know who I'm talking about. He played Casey Jones. Later in life, he played a really bad guy in Shooter, starring Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah, he was a bad boy in that movie.
Very bad.
What a cool movie.
Look into it.
And he's also struggled with so he had long hair, right?
Yeah, that was one of the parts that was so cool about him was he had this hockey mask that was like a badass modified hockey mask. But yeah, around it was this kind of long stringy hair that always looked kind of a little more intimidating.
That's kind of what I was going for when I used to have long hair.
You reminded me of The Undertaker.
Yeah, I was going for like a Casey Jones look.
Sure.
Because Casey Jones is awesome.
And why wouldn't you? He's awesome. He's fun to draw, too. I drew him a lot as a kid.
So when I was younger, I'd say, you remember me in college, I had longer hair.
I do remember that.
And then it kind of started to thin out a little bit.
Which I didn't notice. You were a hat guy.
Yeah, because
I knew that.
I was a hat guy because of
as a lot of hat guys are.
Because of the balding, and I was like, I wasn't ready to let go yet.
You didn't love.
Because I started balding. I was like 20 when my hair was like, see ya. That sucked. That was not cool to be 20 and going bald.
20's early. 20 is pretty early.
And bad hand, bad hair hand.
I don't know. I'm rocking that David Lynch over here, so
yeah, I know.
I can't relate.
Piece of shit.
It's just my cross to bear.
Oh, boss fight. So whenever I learned that Elias lost his hair, and he also used to have long hair, I was like, I think you're my guy.
Right. I can really you and me.
And he still managed to have a career. Even
Absolutely.
with losing his look, so to speak.
Right. With a big change and shift in looks, he's still working.
And he didn't get plugs or anything,
Yeah.
Like Elon, those are plugs, baby. And they're good plugs.
They're great plugs.
But they're still plugs. I know what you looked like whenever PayPal came out.
The coolest thing about Elon back in the day was that he was so deeply uncool.
Right. What a nerd.
And the second...
A rich nerd, but a nerd.
Well, but the second that he started to kind of become, quote-unquote, self-aware about that kind of aspect of his persona, it just all fell apart for me. I just don't like it. It's so cringy to me at this point. All of it.
The whole thing.
The whole kit and caboodle. Like, I don't care if he cures cancer tomorrow. He's still going to be a cringy motherfucker.
I'm going to die.
And I'm going to kind of fundamentally not be able to be comfortable with him because he's so deeply awkward.
Hang on, wait, I still have to fight him when he's a head?
Apparently, the head now is fighting you.
I'm fighting Elon Musk. Because eventually he's just going to be a head. Mm-hmm. He's going to be the first head in the jar from Futurama.
Yeah.
He's going to say, I know how to do that. I'm going to be living in a gefilte fish jar.
God, I wish Futurama was still on just to make fun of him. Just to take him down a peg.
Futurama's coming back.
Oh, God, I forgot. You're right. We talked about that.
Did we?
Yeah, we talked about John DiMaggio.
How do I hit this guy?
Yeah, kick him.
I got like a sliver.
You don't have a... Oh! I thought you jumped too early, but you nailed that somehow. Good on you, man.
Get down here.
All right, let's just pause from the Futurama talk here, because this is an interesting little boss fight we got going on.
He's just a head.
He's just a head.
Oh, shit. All right, he killed me.
All right.
Where do I have to start? Do I have to start? All right.
Looks like you're just back in the room.
That's fine. The whole thing? Ah, shit.
Yeah.
All right.
He does look like Scarecrow, though, huh?
Oh, yeah, he's got Scarecrow. This is like a...
medieval Scarecrow.
He's the skeletal rapier! Get it?
All right. I don't like that I got it.
I don't like that I got it.
I don't enjoy
Hold
that I got
still.
it.
I need to murder you.
So you're right. Last I heard, Futurama is moving forward with John DiMaggio. They got him locked in.
Of course they did.
I mean, did anyone for a second think it was, you know what I mean, anything else? Surely they know better at this point.
How did I do my T-Rex blast earlier? I know what button I hit, but like, how do I?
What did you need to activate that? You mean like
Get him! Get him! Get him!
Oh,
Dead!
come on, he's an armless guy. Why can't you take him down?
All right, so that phase is easy. You have 3 phases. This is a Dark Souls. Oh no, he's still alive. Do something.
Ooh, okay, so it's like a hop,
Okay,
hop, and then
is that one-
spit. Hold on. Yeah,
Okay.
now he's the head.
Now I got to be careful because he's out
So
of
remember
reach.
that not only that, but yeah, then whatever it impacts, there's still a secondary explosion. So, yeah, he only is within
There's
reach
such a
like
small-
a third of the time.
Such a tiny little hitbox.
It's a very small hitbox, which I get it is the point of it being like the third phase of this boss. But shit, it's a Power Rangers game, guy. Like,
Right.
chill.
Oh, first boss, 3 phases.
Okay, all right.
Holy shit!
Yeah, and the
now he's
little-
gonna get big, right?
Yeah,
Because that's what happens.
he's gonna come up out of the ground like the fucking T-1000.
Obviously. Oh, this game had a password system. That's shitty.
The last game we played had a password system too. Kirby
Yeah,
had a
it
password
did.
System?
That's unexpected with a Kirby game.
It was. That's why it stuck out to me, I think. Billy.
All right, we're gonna be Billy now.
I mean, if we're just going to sample him every level,
This
right?
game's cool because you don't have to stick with one ranger. You
I
can
really like that system,
yeah, switch it up a little bit. Because Billy's got moves, man. Oh, Billy.
Oh, Billy.
Sweet, precious Billy.
I loved Billy. Billy was my guy.
Oh, he's got like no reach.
I knew in my heart that he had the worst Zord. Like, the Triceratops is arguably, like, kind of one of the dumber ones.
I was like, don't tell my wife that. She loves the Triceratops.
But-
not like the Zord, but the dinosaur.
The dinosaur, even in, like, Land Before Time, it's a secondary character. The main character is not a Triceratops. Like, you just always think of it as a sidekick character, and I don't know why that is.
3 horns never play with long necks.
Fuck you.
All right.
Not you.
Took
The dinosaur that said that. Just,
Took a turn.
I hate that. Was just
Racist prick.
exactly strong racial overtones.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Look at him punching off screen.
what is the slapbox routine that he's doing? Anyway,
Yeah.
way off track here. What were we talking about? We were talking about.
See, this is what, we were just talking about how people were mean to Billy on the Power Rangers show, and here we are being mean to Billy.
I'm not being mean to Billy. I'm saying that as a kid, Billy was my favorite, even though he had the worst Zord. I still always identified the most with Billy because he was like a little bit nerdy and a little bit kind of awkward in all ways, but yeah, he was always coming in clutch too.
Yeah.
He was
Like,
always there for his friends.
he's
even if
the
they
one
weren't
that-
there for him.
Similar to Donatello, he solved problems.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a much more concise way of saying what he kind of did.
Like, he's like, all right, here's a problem, and guess what, Jason? We're not going to be able to punch our way out of this one. We got to use our brains. I made a thing.
And this thing is going to work if we all work together and all that stuff.
It's part of Alpha's butthole, but it's going to work.
You just need that counterbalance. It can't all be might makes right,
Back in my radio days, there was a con happening at a local town, and it was barely a con.
Con, that's short for convention?
Convention, yeah.
All right, I just wanted people to know.
And their big get was the American voice of Alpha from Power Rangers.
That was a good voice.
And she was super cool.
Sort of their
But of course she
C-3PO.
was. Like, her claim to fame was being the voice of Alpha on Power Rangers.
Look, you either lean into that or you don't, and if you do, you could have a fun time.
And she did. She was
So
very
that's nice.
She was pleasant. I got to interview her. I said, do the thing. And she did the thing. You know the thing, right? I'm not doing the thing because I can't do the thing.
We're not going to do the thing.
I'm not doing the thing. But the thing that Alpha did on the show whenever Alpha got all worked up. By the way, I've decided that Alpha was non-binary.
I think Alpha was asexual, if anything.
Yeah.
And I realize that's different than being non-binary, but I'm just saying that kind of realm of non-sexuality.
Alpha, and I'm not joking around either. I truly believe that Alpha identified as they and them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too, I think. Is that,
All right,
that
we
the
got-
whole concept of like gender and sexual identity and all that stuff for Alpha is all pretty blank.
Oh, hell yeah. Look at him. He's got a trident.
That is pretty badass.
So now that Billy morphed into a Power Ranger, now he's got he's kick-ass now. But really, he was getting it done before.
Why does he need the Power Ranger suit to suddenly have good fighting form?
Why does he need the Power Ranger suit to have, like, bitchin' delts?
Well, I know the delts are built into the suit. I mean, that's obvious.
They use if you hadn't noticed, they use the same character model for every Ranger.
Right.
So whenever, like, Trini or Kimberly morphs,
You're
they're
going to be
also
uncomfortably aroused.
they're a pink buff man as well. But that's fine.
I said what I said.
Oh, bomb! I see bomb in the right-hand corner of the screen there. That means that I can use my big juice power. But you got to save that for a boss,
Right.
because all it does is it's a clear screen move. Which I mean, this isn't so far the game isn't that hard. Most Super Nintendo games, or
I don't know. You had a little trouble with that boss.
I died once, man. Give me a break. You don't get any more lives either.
I'm not commenting on how many times you died. I'm commenting on how much you bitched versus how difficult it actually was.
Where the hell do I go?
Made it seem like it was real. Hey, you gotta be up, right?
Yeah, but how do I get up? There we
There you go.
All right.
Oppa.
Oppa. Oppa.
Spanic opada.
Uppies. Oh no.
Oh.
I'm in a bad spot.
You could have jumped over it. There you go. Up.
We're in a tight spot now.
Up again.
Yeah, this game's not hard.
And to the right.
Come on, this game's
Up and to the right.
This game's cake.
This game is just the right amount of engaging for the type of show that we want to do, I think.
I noticed that the show is kind of like devolving into this like retro gaming channel, and I'm super cool with that.
Oh, you mean our predilection for these older games versus maybe the new hot releases and AAA titles?
I don't like new stuff, man. It's not even that I don't give it a chance either. It's just most of it's just not that appealing to me.
A lot of it is not that appealing to me, and what is appealing to me, I'll get to when I get to.
Well, the stuff
It's
that's
kind of how I feel about it.
here's how like anyone watching the show and they want to donate like a capture card to me so I can play Nintendo Switch games on the show.
I'd be happy to play Doom Eternal on Switch for you guys, or Breath of the Wild, or whatever. I have like 500 hours in Animal Crossing. You guys could totally see my Arrakis-themed Dune Island, but we don't have a capture card.
If y'all want to see that, you're going to have to donate to the cause, because
I'll share my friend code with you. We can be island buddies, but if you want to see any of that like on the show, yeah, it's going to take a capture card.
I drove by the gas pumps earlier, and capture card is not in the budget right now.
It's just not. But talking about things that I'm just not interested in / will get around to when I get around to, that general kind of malaise about it. The Avatar 2 teaser trailer just dropped.
Oh, did you watch it?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
It's The Way of Water, I believe it was.
The Way of...
Subtitled.
Jake Sully.
I know, I just...
Is it the guy?
I could not care less. I'm so sorry, James Cameron. I love Terminator so much. I love your story of being an artist and matte painter and all that stuff, and kind of graduating up to director, and now
like how he became
the legend of Jim Cameron
yeah.
is not lost on me. No shade whatsoever, but I could not be less interested. It looks like every video game announcement teaser I've ever seen. What Nathan Drake version is this? What Tomb Raider level is this? Like, it looks so goddamn generic.
That's similar to like a family member. They go, "What do you want to eat?" And you go, "I love you, but I could not give a fuck."
But I will rip my eyes out if you force me to contemplate this in a serious way.
I don't care.
Stop.
I don't care. It's not like coming from a bad place either.
No, it's not, but it will real quickly if you try to force the idea that this is groundbreaking.
If you try to make this a thing.
If you try to make this a thing, ooh, we did a good job, you guys. I'm real proud of us as a collective internet for kind of burying the whole Avatar thing. It did not leave the cultural imprint that they will try to tell you it did.
No.
I don't care. I don't care how much money it makes. Yes, this new one will undoubtedly make billions of dollars.
Oh, yeah.
Billions, plural.
He's going to crack the $1 billion mark, I think.
And
because
that's
he did
fine.
Here's the thing about a movie like Avatar. It needed to wait 12 years.
It needed to wait.
Because people figured out pretty early on, they're like, hang on. How do I get up there?
There's no double jump?
No.
Oof.
Is there a wall jump? All right, there we go.
Jump.
Wall jump.
Yeah, we got this.
So...
This game is easy.
That was actually pretty good game design. It presented you with a problem, and you're like, you're going to have to fiddle with it to figure out what's wrong.
That was nice. We appreciate you, Power Rangers. Lo, these many years later. Anyway, back to regularly scheduled Avatar.
It didn't take long for people to figure out that the movie wasn't, like, that good.
It's Fern Gully. I'm not the first person to say this, obviously. It's that story. It's Dances with Wolves. It's just, oh my God, who cares?
It's a good story, but still a story that's been told before.
A lot.
And they just keep doing it.
And kind of better. Like, I'm sorry, Fern Gully's funny.
Fern Gully's dope.
And has the same message, so you still get the good message.
Like, do you know how many, like, kids growing up that didn't expect to be attracted to a toxic ooze monster?
But anyway, no shade. No shade to Jim Cameron, all the hardworking people working on these movies, the whole cottage industry that he's basically doing Lord of the Rings style of employing people to make them. Developing new technology that will benefit us all, I'm sure, in the movie-going future. But at the same time, it's just, I mean, we're going to all have to kiss the ring, and I'm not looking forward to it.
No, but I'm going to go see it. I have to.
I know.
I'm obligated to see it because I gotta see this pile of
I'm just going
shit.
to have to smoke a lot before I go see it.
Ton of weed.
To be, like, appropriately impressed.
I had a customer tell me yesterday. He comes up to me and he goes, "Hey, sorry, man. I smoked a lot of pot before I came over today." And I'm like, "Okay. I noticed you didn't have to tell me."
Pot doesn't make me announce itself.
Yeah,
If that makes sense.
I thought to myself, I'm like, you probably didn't smoke pot. You probably smoked something else, but that's fine.
Yeah, you just lean in. Laced with
some,
what exactly?
Laced with that blue Avatar juice. That's
well,
what they're.
If anything, you'd think
they're smoking.
If he was high like that, he would be like shy around you and be paranoid that you knew he was high, like that kind of thing.
Maybe he was so paranoid that he's like, I gotta tell him.
I gotta puncture this awkward balloon.
I just gotta tell him because he knows. Of course he knows. He can smell it.
I'll address it.
And I'm like, nah, man, you smell like ammonia. You don't smell like weed.
I bet you don't have a cat.
Probably not.
Oh, no. If you know, you know, folks. It's sad what it's like to be an American. You know, the weird things that we Americans know.
So walk me through the trailer. What happens? I have no idea. I have not seen it.
It's all vibes.
Nothing happens.
No, I'm serious. Like, nothing. Like, all right. If you're cynical like...
All right.
If you're cynical like me, like I'm sure plenty of people watching it were, when you're like, all right, I'm watching this, looking good, like, okay.
I'll watch this fucking train wreck.
I'm looking forward to, like, perfect CGI water. Like, let's do it, Jim. I get it. You've got a whole thing. Like, I love The Abyss. In my opinion, you nailed that with The Abyss. So
yeah, that was cool.
I'll die on that hill. The Abyss.
He's got good movies.
Up.
It's not like he's a bad filmmaker.
No, I'm just saying he's had an obsession with water.
Oh yeah, he's
water
got
in The Abyss, water in Titanic, water, Avatar. You knew it was coming together. Here's the trailer. Let's go, baby. And that's all it is. You just see them flying over these new things. You see a couple characters now as Navi or whatever. So you're like, oh, that so and so's back. Oh, that's coming back. And then you go, oh, here's 2 seconds of him saying, family most important. And then it kind of ends with a big money shot of him in battle, like rising up out of the water or whatever. And you're like, all right, so I saw the movie.
All right, I don't give a shit.
Like, I saw the movie.
I'm over it. Oh, we got Mr. Accordion Boy here.
But it seems like what they're basically setting up is that this is going to be like a generational story.
Gotcha.
Where it's going to be so many, you know, however many years after the events of the first movie, now these characters are trying to build their little family, and then that's threatened, you know, and then they have to pull together. And
we gotta fight them. We gotta beat
and
them.
They're gonna lose a lot, but in the end of the day, they're gonna realize that, you know, home is made up by family, not
they're gonna
by
be like,
where you are, kind of a thing. And then at the same time, also stop destroying the planet.
Because we only have one.
The end.
Right?
And then, you know, to be continued coming in 2028 or fucking whatever.
Go see it. It's going to be pretty.
It'll be pretty. Just fucking eat an edible and enjoy yourself. I know I sound like such a dick, but like that's what it boils down to for me. Like I said, we're just gonna have to kiss the fucking ring. Like it's an awesome movie when really it's like a really expensive demo disc for a new type of TV.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's going to show off what technology can do, but it is going to be just that, a demo disc of this is what it can do. It's not going to change the world.
I just broke this boss. I found the sweet spot.
Is that fair?
Oh, God!
You found nothing. He is going to kill you.
I'm still just going to duck.
I don't like that.
Ah, shit. I know what I'm doing. Watch this shit.
You got this.
Yeah, eat Triceratops ice. Apparently. Yeah, suck it.
Oh. I don't like his little squeeze box.
Mama's got a squeeze box. Daddy
Billy punches him at night.
Oh, I got him.
Hell yeah, Billy.
I get him, or is he going to morph into something else?
Just keep...
All right, so just
duck,
2
dive,
phases.
dip, dodge, and dive.
So the first boss had 3 phases. Second boss has 2 phases. The second boss was easier than the first boss. They didn't playtest this shit. They were just like, fucking pump it out, man. Who should I be?
You should be Kimberly.
All right. Why not? She got her little booty shorts on and all that. That's kind of her thing, right?
I just wanted to knock out the middle characters, and then we're just down to the 2 on the end.
She was the sex appeal of the show. Like, little boys watched Power Rangers. Like, Jason was cool. Tommy was awesome. Kimberly was hot. I mean, that's why little boys watched it, and they were like, What's,
I was a Trini guy.
that's fine. I'm just talking about the reason why most little boys watched it. All right?
And I'm
They
just-
watched it for Kimberly.
Here to prevent Trini erasure.
Poor Trini. And they did it pretty
I
quick,
liked
too.
her. She was cool.
They replaced a couple of the Rangers
They did a
midway
few.
through the show.
Yeah, they did a few cast
They,
swaps.
they didn't really explain themselves either. I think it was a pretty abusive set.
I think it was terribly, terribly awful for a lot of people involved, but it gave us a lot of good memories.
Don't try to... Yeah, get over
So
here and
it's-
kick you in the face.
So it's worth it at the end of the day. Is what I'm saying.
It almost...
A half-forgotten Saturday morning memory is more than enough to justify what happened to Billy.
It almost pushed a man to suicide, but yeah, whatever. It was fun.
But Bryan Cranston was a monster once.
He was twice.
Twice, sorry. My bad.
And everyone's like, wow, I can't believe it. I'm like, he was just an actor, man. He was it was just a job.
I love that our Power Rangers episode is going to be our most cynical episode. The juxtaposition is beautiful.
This is what pushes us over the edge.
It all cracks from here. Yeah.
Look at that little move that she's got, a little volleyball slam.
Yeah, we get it. You like Kimberly, man.
I was worried the water would be poisonous because it's purple.
Trini. This
Yeah.
ain't Ghostbusters 2.
I remember later in life, Kimberly, I think she finally took her shirt off, and I was like, hell yeah.
And it's just like, all right, bucket list item kind of unlocked.
Right.
Unlocked, checked off, whatever.
Man, you know how many... I had such a huge crush on... Now I'm thinking of 90s heartthrobs.
Sure.
The other one that comes to mind is probably Topanga from Boy Meets World.
Oh, how excited was I when I heard that the girl, quote unquote, the girl from Boy Meets World is doing porn, and I'm like, yes! And then you click the link and you're like, not Topanga, damn it.
You didn't even change your name. It's still a weird, not a good name.
Isn't porn kind of the excuse to give yourself a more fun name?
I'm not going to say her name because I don't want to give her any
because it's more than enough. We're talking about
just
it. It's
Google
fine.
it.
Yeah,
Google
it's fine.
Boy Meets World porn actress. There you go.
Whatever. Anyway,
you know how to find it.
I had a big crush on Topanga. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. It was the hair for me, dog. It just a lot of it.
Hell yeah.
I was the same age as the characters.
Kind of grew up with that show a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. I
remember watching that and being super into it when I was younger.
I was super into it.
I
remember the
identified a
storylines.
little bit with it too. It spoke to me.
Yeah, exactly. I felt like it had a good kind of moral center to it.
I was like, oh, Sean's got daddy issues too.
Sean had daddy issues.
Me too, man. That's cool.
Yeah, there was an older brother, little brother dynamic that I related to.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
And then being the dorky kid who kind of had cool friends. I was very much the Corey. Just
I got you.
Just kind of an awkward dork, but I had cool friends.
I never really I wasn't really part of any kind of clique growing up or anything like that. I was just kind of one of the kids in school. I wasn't a jock. I didn't play any sports.
You were one of the faceless masses.
But I wasn't picked on. I wasn't.
Right, yeah.
I wasn't a victim, and I'm sorry if you were, because that sucks.
Because that's awful.
I mean, it happened a couple times, and it felt really weird, and it didn't get to me though.
And we all
because
knew
I didn't
those
really
kids.
know what was happening. I don't know if I knew I was being bullied because I just couldn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I wonder how much I just didn't pick up on of my own bullying, where I was just like, yeah, no, I guess I could be hurt if I understood maybe why any of this mattered.
What the hell?
But I just don't care.
Are you seeing this?
I'm seeing
See,
this.
now she's got bitch and delts.
Now she's gonna
I like how she's like, oh,
fucking
I
teach
don't
us how to fast pitch softball the right way.
I don't have any arrows. I'm just gonna beat the shit out of people with my bow.
Beat you to death with this bow. That's what we're supposed to do with these, right?
That's Hawkeye's thing, right? Once he runs
an
out of
extent, yeah.
once he's out of arrows, he's like, all right, I guess I'll just beat this shit out of the guy with my bow.
I will give Hawkeye credit though for making it more of an art. I always felt he utilized his bow, he had trained. Oh, in the eventual art, in the eventuality of me running out of these, I know 4 different ways to kill you with a bow.
Yeah, but he can make an arrow out of a toothpick and a cotton swab.
Whereas she's just going to physically beat you to death because that is what is at hand.
What the hell am I supposed to do here? Just keep
moving
going?
forward, fucking Dory.
All right.
Just keep swimming, bitch.
I like how it's back there
Yeah, try it.
Try
Fuck around
it.
and find out.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, shit. And yeah,
Oh, geez, it happens again.
Yeah. This is how they make you keep going.
I don't remember these putties from the show.
These putties have a weird kind of Clive Barker vibe to them.
Here's this isn't bad. I've never played this game before in my life.
I don't recall this game. I must have come across it at some
I
point,
think
but yeah,
played,
I don't remember it.
They came out with a couple different Power Rangers games for the Super Nintendo. This was the one that was just for the show. I played the one for the movie.
Oh, really?
I've never played. This is the first one that came out though. I never played it, and it's kind of it's not terrible.
It's kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie.
So, did you see? I don't think we have it in the intro of the show. It doesn't say Bandai, but that's who made the
Bandai's
game.
doing this. Yeah.
Now it's Bandai Namco.
Yeah.
And they made Elden Ring, so it's not like they don't make bad games. Typically, Bandai makes some pretty good games.
It's a rich heritage of.
So I can swim, but I can't attack.
That's what it looks like. Evasive maneuvers until the water goes
All right,
down.
I got you.
And then you just beat him to death with your bow. Resume beating.
I killed him with my bow. Oh, you shot him?
But you know
oh
what
no, I beat the shit out of him with
no
my bow.
But there's no training there. That is just wild haymaker swings of just raw berserk energy.
This is an interesting thing to do. Like the water rises and I can't fight for a little bit.
This is a fun level design.
That's cool. I like that.
I have not seen quite this combination of obstacles.
I wasn't expecting to actually kind of like playing the game.
No,
I thought it was going to be stupid.
We never count on that. And I think that's kind of what we're going to leave everybody with this time. It's just the idea that sometimes you can pick up a crappy old game and sometimes it's pretty great.